Hello and welcome to a new short video in which I like to show you a trick for Minecraft Infinite on how to get a lot of packed ice quickly at home. As you may know, the freezer block exists in Minecraft Infinite, which is mainly used to freeze adamantine ore into adamantine blocks. However, it also freezes water into ice blocks, which then freeze into packed ice. The only problem is that freezing takes a long time. But thankfully it can be sped up by simply using more freezers. I believe a 5x5 square of freezers is the maximum for a single block of ice that you want to gather, and that's because a freezer freezes blocks in a 5x5x5 cube around itself. This range means that if you were to place a freezer block in the front, then it would turn this water into ice, which would prevent it from flowing over here, which would make gathering more annoying. And if you were to place it anywhere else, then it would be outside of the range of this ice block. Of course, you don't need to have quite as many freezes while farming, however this is the maximum amount. Also, I'd recommend using this in the astral dimension, as you can use the solar panels to power this basically for free. Now, to gather the packed ice, you can use a pickaxe. However, I wouldn't recommend it, as doing it this way means that you need to wait for the regular ice to freeze into the packed ice, which takes time, and you can't mine during that, because if you were to break the regular ice you would not get anything unless you use the silk touch pickaxe. Instead, I recommend using the gauntlet tutorial and simply holding down the right click button. That's because whenever the regular ice freezes into packed ice, it gets picked up by the gauntlet and then dropped because you keep holding down the right click button. Another thing I recommend using is the magnet, since it allows you to pick up the ice blocks from further away when they get dropped. Also, the reason why I'm using glass here instead of stone is because you can't pick it up with the gauntlet, which means that you can't accidentally remove it while farming. It's similar to how you'd use obsidian in a cobblestone generator, since it's hard to break. Of course, gathering ice from a single spot is good, however gathering it from 2 or more spots is even better. And it is the trick to get a lot of packed ice relatively quickly. Simply set up a lot of freezers that it will keep freezing water that keeps flowing in, and equip a magnet, and then use the gauntlet tutorial to gather the ice by holding down the right mouse button.